and welcome. This is Black,
How you doing, everybody?
and I'm Scout, and this is Clockwise Thoughts. Okay, we're gonna jump directly into it again for the second show in a row. This time is recently over the weekend. This lovely little buzz over through social media platforms that people are asking, why isn't it a White History Month? Okay, I'm gonna say that again because just in case y'all didn't hear me. Over the weekend, people in social media have been
Okay.
posting, why isn't it a White History Month? Now, before we really get into this, me and Black debated about posting a video, but we decided not to post a video because me building the content, I throwed in all types of photos of just showing why, February it got fought for. It started as, a historic week to now it's a month. What all has went on in the Black culture and the reason why we try to celebrate the history, even though to me personally, it's still America's history. But you want to, go into it. So let's go into it. A lot of these people, because I was trying to do some research on these people, a lot of them do have fake dummy accounts, but a lot of them are highly, like the one lady said, she went to the Capitol protest. No, she didn't go into the building, but she was a firm believer of the protest and everything that was stood for. And America got to be great again. That was an interesting conversation before I got blocked. But it's individuals like that who find that we should go back to the United States being Jim Crow, and we shouldn't have no stature or no self-worth or dignity or anything reasonable like every other race should have, period. If you're a minority, we should know our place.
Scout, who are
And
these people in which
well,
that
one was Jessica Woods. I will say that by name. And of course, she went out and blocked me because she says Trump was trying to make everything what Obama did because, he was more for the blacks and that was it.
okay.
Yeah. So this is the type of evening that I had of doing this research on this because I was like, why are y'all saying even this, even, Black history is even America's history? Because if we're talking about Black History Month is, we have invented a lot of things in this for the world and through this nation, but we're talking about the movement to constantly fight for rights to be seen equal. And yeah, a lot of them people didn't like that. Didn't like
Well, I
that at
mean,
all.
it goes against the grain. I wouldn't expect them to like it.
Yes,
I mean, if somebody's gonna
it
stop
went
and
to.
ask you why there isn't a White History Month, you know what I mean? Anything that you could explain about a Black History Month, they're gonna have a problem with. You know what I mean?
Oh, they did because they didn't believe Obama should have been president not once but twice. Because he didn't do anything but just tried to raise the ghettos up to where it has some stature, but it was still high black on black crime. This came from Mr. Alan Thompson, who said, that's the reason why he didn't want to join the military during the Obama administration. So,
I mean, hey, to each his own. You know what I mean? We live in a country where somebody fought for the freedom that we have, and that freedom is to, you know what I mean, to have that opinion. That's totally on,
true,
those
I,
people.
I, I totally agree, but okay, I understand people have their opinions
Hmm.
and freedom of speech. I got that. But people like myself and many others has fought for this country has that
Mhm.
same right. But when you're over there spouting because of what color I am, uh, I'm sorry, it has not been not a single war that the enemy that what we was protecting the rights that you have to run this didn't care what color we was. Even in the war, the Civil War that happened here, they didn't care what side had blacks and who didn't. You all died the
Mhm.
same.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. For me, I don't understand
Why we do it now?
why you got so much hate, racial hate, or just hate.
Because
Period. Well, I said this last show, man. You gotta. What the hell is wrong with people still today when this matters more than what's up in here and what the person has up here?
yes, yes,
Like
yes. Scout,
it's
I be trying to tell you the same thing all the time, bro. This is what's in people's heart. Unfortunately, a lot of this is cultivated over time. But
it's
you know what I mean? This didn't just
but
start yesterday, just start with the last
no,
generation.
it hasn't.
You know what I mean? This has been cultivated
It's
over
became
time, over a
traditions
long
in long periods of time.
exactly.
But
It's become a tradition. Yes.
this is the other thing for the comments. What we said about uh, Morgan Wallen, me and Black
Yeah.
know that his record sales went up. We said that on the
Hmm.
show. It still don't make what he said right.
No, not at
But
all.
it's still people saying, well, I ain't. Hey, the man makes great music. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter what he said. That's the most biggest hogwash ever.
But you know that
Period.
there are
But
people, but
then
you know there are people like that though.
yes, but then there was one guy on social media. He said, well, since country music banned, you know, Morgan Wallen, he said, why don't we ban Ice Cube, Ludacris, 3 6 Mafia, because they didn't call white people out of their name.
Yep.
And I was like,
Yep.
you can give as good as what you get, but even
Hmm.
still, we said it in last show. All of it's wrong. We're, we're,
Hmm.
we're not we're not saying
Condoning any of it.
yeah, we're not condoning nothing. We've honestly, pretty cold-heartedly said any racial discrimination is wrong. It don't matter what color you are, but we got heat for it because where I honestly said I don't feel sorry for this man. My opinion still has not changed. I understand your record sales went up, but this is going to be probably the last record you make. Unless, because
Yes,
I
I
ain't never
know.
heard of a country music star going independent. Never heard that. But, you know, uh, but people jumped on us for that. For honestly telling the truth and calling it the way how we synced it. And me and Black didn't force you to say that in your driveway about 3 o'clock in the morning.
No, not at all.
We stated way before then. Alcohol and the way what was in your heart that my co-host said in your heart, which also has been a tradition because you didn't had to hear it before or you was raised like that way before there in Tennessee or anything else. You chose to say that
Yep.
to the individual that was in the car that they still won't release who was in the car. So to me and Black, you've been saying that.
Yes, I
Oh
know.
no. So to us, no, we still don't feel sorry for you.
But again, you know, in today's climate, people are not really gonna understand that though, Scout. Again, like I was trying to say earlier, it's the whole reason why somebody asked you the question of why isn't there a White History Month? Because some people are just not
Yeah,
going to understand it.
because I don't understand why in the world did they decide to come on our TikTok page that the majority of the time we talk about topics that matter, and half the time we are covering sports. For them people to come on our social media platform to ask me, well, why in the world ain't it a White History Month? Or why do you think this should be? Hold on.
But I mean, but hold on, because at the same time, with that being said, let me be fair to that point, because this is my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
If we want to dissolve Black History Month, if we actually want to say, okay, you know what, there's no White History Month, we should have a Black History Month, we're being super PC right now. But if we're going to really do that, I'm not necessarily against it, but here's my caveat again.
Mm-hmm.
We celebrate all the accomplishments of Black Americans during Black History Month. So we're going to have to now space out and associate the specific days with these accomplishments, excuse me, and that way we would have no need for Black History Month, because that's what Black History Month is supposed to. It's supposed to highlight everything. But we don't know the exact day that, you know what I mean, or at least I don't to a degree, Rosa Parks decided to give up her seat. You know what I mean? We know
I have to think about it.
we that's what I'm saying. We celebrate the birth or the life of Dr. King, but we're not really having a national day for the day he got shot. You know what I mean? That type of stuff.
To me, I look at it like this. The people that did this on our
Hmm.
platform honestly thought that we are a little fish and that we was not going to respond. Listen here.
They obviously don't know you. They obviously don't know you.
Me and Black and a group of other people started this because we wanted a platform to speak what we seen and heard and give our truth about the topics. And we also know from the start of this, backlash will come on certain things. A lot of people may like it. Some people, it ain't their cup of tea. We fully understand that. But if you thought that we was such a small fish in all of this, why did you honestly waste your time, effort, and breath? Not including that you got your rump handed to you by, I'm not the one that normally argues or will debate with you. That's Black. I say a few things, and then once after I heard you say a few things, I determine if it's worthwhile of me standing there or indefinitely, or most indefinitely engaging in conversation with you, because I figure that you a goofy, and either you gonna get slapped or I'm gonna walk away. That's pretty much the
Yeah,
easy bottom line with me.
we'll take the latter.
Yes. So 9 times 10, I will take the ladder and I'm gonna walk away because I don't want to feel like I have to put hands on you. But for y'all to come on our social media and try to cause conflict and chaos, I'm gonna look at it like this. You didn't cause what you thought you caused. What you did do is this. You turned our focus on something that we wasn't even gonna talk about in this show. We was gonna talk about how the non-calls in Tampa Bay's defense stepped up to dismantle the
I mean,
Chiefs.
I
I can
mean,
tell you what we was gonna talk about.
hitting people in the helmet.
Yes, because we was gonna talk about that. But since you came on from the time that me and Black had a conversation earlier to try to disturb and disrupt our fans and the people who enjoy our content and what we talk about because you want to start problems, you honestly came after the wrong two people because we ain't gonna put hands on you, but we will stand our ground and honestly tell you we're not afraid of a soul out here. And you, sirs and ma'am, that said the things they said, I'm gonna say this: may God bless you. Evidently, your intelligence stopped somewhere at the door. Because the only person that you was talking to for that good hour and a half was me. You weren't talking to Black, you was just talking to me. But that's fine. I understand, even though America, a lot of people don't want to acknowledge that it's a racial divide. There's one. It's been one.
Yeah.
It's been one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say, and if you didn't know it, let me burst that bubble real quick for you. It's been a racial divide. Since day one, this country was, I'm not going to say founded, acquired. But with me and Black, we know that the racial divide is there, but we don't live on that side like that. We're going to treat everyone equal until you mistreat us, and then we're going to walk away because, like how we said, you ain't worth our time. Now, we didn't took a good 15, 20 minutes talking about y'all when, honest given truth, you came after us. You got dealt with. May God bless you. And we going to move on. That's
just that.
That's just that. The other thing that we can't stand, domestic violence is not a joking matter.
Who got beat?
I'm gonna say this. No shape, form, or fashion. Putting hands on somebody that you so-called say you love.
Whether you're a man or a woman or a man, you know.
Yes, you don't love that person. You don't love that person.
You may love things about them, but
and yeah, you genuinely don't love that person. And I'm gonna say this from the Chad Wheeler incident that's still going on.
Mm-hmm. The not guilty plea.
Yeah, from people just saying, well, it shouldn't have been no given right for anyone to say anything. Y'all dead wrong. For someone to live in fear that they don't know from 1 minute to the next,
yeah,
if they gonna get knocked out, choked out, dictated, micromanaged is wrong.
But it happens.
And yes, right. It does happen. And it's happened.
We don't want it to be confused with the fact that just because it happens that it is right. It's not right.
No, it's not. And it's happening more often than most people believe. Because I had to do some research on this. Every about 14 minutes in America, this is a domestic violence call. That's going off of 2020 stats.
What do you think about how many minutes are in an hour? Jeez.
Every 14 minutes. And what the stat didn't cover is that's just the ones that are reported.
Yeah, and a lot of them go underneath the radar.
Now,
A lot of them just oof.
I know majority of us is going to look at a person and tell them straight, oh, well, you're really not a man or anything else if you put hands on women and stuff like that, or, oh, well, you let your girl beat you up or whatever they may say. I'm going to say this. Either way you want to flip that coin. If you the one putting hands on or you the person getting hands laid on, it ain't right. If it ever comes to that point, walk away. Because you're doing more damage, and I do mean more damage than what the heck you think that you ain't. You're not only messing up your life and that person's life, it's family attached to both sides. Friends. People that care about them.
That might be a talking point for another show, but yeah, the outward reaches and effects of domestic violence,
right? So
that you're describing right now,
for the people, and this is also that it wasn't pretty much discussed or said. Not acknowledging that you are in an abusive relationship.
Bruh, you know that ain't easy. You know that's not easy.
No, it's not. But the numbers, what they were saying for last year was high numbers that they were saying. And this is the shocking thing. Interracial couples was only 15%. 15. Now, this is the thing what they said.
So we're part of that 15%. Okay. All right.
Yeah. 15%. Now, Caucasian marriages, this is purely Caucasian or whatever else, that was 45%. And then black on black couples was 25%. And then they broke down, Spanish and whatever else. And, as I was sitting there reading the article, it went back to what we said last week. A lot of it is from alcohol, jealousy rages, like insecurities that the other person may have or not. And I said, okay, even if you got insecurities, which everyone, you can't ask yourself this truthfully if you don't worry about something that will make you unsure. So that's an insecurity. Everyone has them. You're human. But to go to that length, to where it turns into abuse? No.
But that's why I said I don't know. I don't want to take away from the fact that people are suffering with mental health. But at the end of the day, am I supposed to just hear that and automatically say, "Oh, that's okay"? You know what I mean?
Because it got me back thinking about the Chad Willard thing, and I was like,
valid excuse.
This is because that's what I was sitting there thinking, and I was like, is that what they're trying to bring in front of a grand jury? Of he may have felt, because it got me started thinking, and I was like, you kidding me? How, and I'm saying it out loud, and I'm like, how does that sound right if you say it out loud? And you got he has a team of lawyers that are you being
Hears it.
serious?
Mm-hmm.
You got to say this out loud. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, if it ain't making sense to me, I ain't got no law
They're gonna think
degree.
you
Like how we
crazy.
said last week,
They're gonna think you
we ain't
crazy
got
for
no
it, but yeah.
right. We ain't got no alphabets in front or behind our names unless it's Mr. And then mine says senior.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, if it ain't making sense to me,
Mm-hmm.
how's it gonna make it sense to 13 other people of his peers? And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
I mean, we'll
okay.
figure it out, but yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
this is sad, but I'm gonna say this. I know acknowledging you're in an abusive relationship is a hard step. So many different programs and support groups, from local churches to hotlines to just reach out help centers. I encourage, I know it's a hard step,
Nah, man,
and
love yourself. Get
and
out of those situations if you can.
yeah,
Tell somebody.
yeah,
Someone will help you out.
yeah, that's what it boils down to. Do not think, because the abusing person is a manipulator. They're going to manipulate from saying they may kill themselves, they may use drugs, or just hands down, they right all the time, and they can punch you in the face and do whatever they feel. They're going to belittle you or whatever else to make you feel that you
Mm-hmm.
have to stay, and they're going to flip it. The reason why I talked to you or the reason why I did this to you
Mm-hmm.
is because you don't, and then they're going to say, and it's going to revert back to, well, you don't care about me. What about me?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, to me, it
That's
sounds like you
usually
one selfish individual.
that's usually what abusive relationships are, though. I mean, could you be a caring, giving individual and be abusive?
Nah, because it
You know
wouldn't
what I'm
work
saying? It
out
doesn't
like
really go
that.
together.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's what I'm saying. It doesn't really go together like that.
but honestly, just like how Black said, please love yourself enough to realize the
To get out.
signs
To
that
get out.
that person is not gonna change.
You know, contact
Be, be,
contact your best friend, closest confidant, whatever you can. Let them know what you're going through. Be honest with them. Find that one person you can be honest with. You don't have to be ashamed, and let
yes,
somebody know
because
what's going on.
domestic violence deaths in the last 4 years went up from 12% to 17. That's 5 whole % in the last 4 years. Went from
Mm-hmm.
seven, went from 12 to 17. That's 5 whole %.
And we're not talking about a small percentage now. When we say 1% is like 10, 100, 1,000. We're talking about large numbers.
Five. Uh, we encourage you, please, if it's talking to a pastor, your girlfriend, your closest guy friend, hey,
Somebody, a
somebody
counselor, whatever.
to help yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, given truth, it's not worth staying.
Mm-mm.
Yo, because it's going to progress. And this is something else that I learned. It's stages.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It
Like
is.
denial and
I did,
everything. It comes in stages.
I did not know this until doing research on this today. It is stages. They say it first starts off with the honeymoon phase of
Mm-hmm.
everything is going right, everything is nice.
Most things do.
Then the second phase, they say, is the shocking phase. That first
Mm-hmm.
incident that happens. The shock of it. Then
Okay.
all of a sudden, they call the third phase of what the article pretty much was laying it out in layman terms, the repeat offender stage, to where
The
it's
what?
happening more often.
Okay.
Repeat offender stage, where it's happening more
Okay.
often. And then stage 4 is just flat out full blown abuse. I said stages.
Okay. Okay. I get that. I get that.
I said there's 4 stages to this. Yeah, because
And those
the
stages
lady,
probably take years to develop.
right? Because it was a new doctor. She was revamping the article, and
The
she was
honeymoon
like,
stage can last a couple years.
right, and she put it out in the article last year. She said she wanted to revive this because a lot of the information was from the early 90s, maybe the early part of the 2000s, and more people have not really been looking at it or knowing the telltale signs because the number was decreasing. But
Right.
like how she said, over the last 4 years the number went back up because people are in, like how you said, in denial and just, well, I can't believe this happening to me.
Well, you think that might actually have something to do with the fact that with the pandemic, in like I don't want to say the grips, but as we're transitioning through the pandemic to the new norm, a lot of people are realizing I don't want to leave because I don't know what's out there. I can't do for myself to that degree. So I'm going to stick this
Yeah.
out, even though this is a bad spot to be in. At least it's a roof over my head. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And honestly, a lot of people, like how they said, they just don't know the information of, okay, what if I do leave? Am I going to be
Mm-hmm.
homeless? Do I got to be in a shelter? But what if I got kids? Are the
Mm-hmm.
kids going to be wanting to leave? Oh, what's the process?
Well, yeah, you got to check it out and see how it works for your specific situation. So that way you can
Right.
start the process of getting away and starting to live the life you want to live. You know what I mean? You can't do
Right.
that while you getting chained down by, the weights of domestic violence. But it's not easy to break those chains either.
No, it is not.
You know what I mean? It's
So
it's it's
please,
a tough it's a tough spot to be in.
we encourage you, take it one step at a time. You will be able to heal one step, one day at a time, but you have to start with that initial step. Because if not,
Well,
like
you
how the doctor
you got to
said,
fight
that
the
road
denial.
leads down, right? That road leads to one place, the graveyard, the cemetery,
Hmm.
where it leads to.
A little
This
heavier
show has been
topic.
very this show has been very heartfelt and been very intriguing
A
because
little heavier topic.
yeah, a little heavier topic, but even the way how we started this today, all I'm gonna do is laugh and smile, and I'm gonna continue to say God bless you because that was just hilarious. Just okay,
Hey man, let them
wrong.
say what let them say what they want. Let them say what they want.
Oh
As long as they
yes,
don't, they ain't trying to put their hands on nobody, threatening any violence. Say whatever you want.
yeah,
Say whatever you want.
true. But other great news this Friday,
Mm-hmm.
the first annual Clockwise Thought giveaway. Hope y'all
Mm-hmm.
ready, people. I hope y'all been watching. I hope that you've been listening to
Paying attention.
what's been going on. Because this Friday, them questions will be coming this Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and next Monday, the
Five,
first
five for the
ever,
giveaway.
yes, the first ever lovely Clockwise Thoughts live, first ever.
Transitioning to bigger and better things.
Oh yes, bigger and better things, and we look forward steadily growing and vibing with y'all. But as of course, it's time for them clocks to reset. Once again, me and Black gonna say this. Two things real quick. Understand, knowledge is always power. But if you do have knowledge, take the time to understand how to speak it and how to show it. That's one. Two, Always follow and chase your dreams. And I'm gonna let Black explain the dreams part because that's the man behind it. But always chase your dreams. I'm gonna let him handle that part.
I mean, you got to deliver the results, even after meeting the standards. That's what your dreams are. That's how you reach your dreams. You know what I mean? There's a bar that somebody set that standard. But you can't reach that dream unless you getting them results after you've already crossed that hurdle. You're on to the next hurdle that wasn't even there originally. You're setting the hurdle now. That's how you live your dreams. You become the standard. Even after you meet that standard, you still give that 110% effort. You still deliver those results. So everybody out there, go live your dreams.
So, in short, just because you reach where you think you need to be, don't stop grinding. It's an everyday process, and we're here, and we gonna keep grinding.
Hmm.
And yes, we enjoy the process because this has been one amazing one. Even the
You
ups, the
ain't lying.
downs, and the loop de loops. It's been fun, but we can keep living and chasing them dreams. Good night, everybody. Peace.